Hey everyone, Redmon 565 here, and it's time to do Ultimate Matchup Episode 12. The Darkest Fairy from Neopets versus Belladonna. This was a tough one. I mean, Belladonna from All Dogs Go to Heaven doesn't have a lot of good matches. We got her versus Princess Luna from My Little Pony. Or Nightmare Moon. We got the Darkest Fairy, Cinder. I kind of want to do Luna from Hell of a Boss versus Belladonna, two Hellhounds duking it out. But I don't know when season 1 of Hell of a Boss is going to be over, so... And I'm still waiting for the next episode. I thought Mr. Pickles versus Belladonna would be a good match, but... I mean, I'm definitely going to use Belladonna again, eventually. This one's a tough match. Why? There's not much info on both characters. The Darkest Fairy is... well... so the Darkest Fairy has matches, like Princess Luna. And that's the Darkest Fairy. I kind of want to show a picture of Belladonna, but... yeah, nothing. Sorry. Okay, so according to here, Queen Faerie wiped her real name from everyone. I mean, the Darkest Fairy is good at mind control magic, and I'll get to that later. She was able to mind control 2 kingdoms before anyone knew what was happening. Now, according to the wiki, she was once good, but wanted more power, so she went to dark magic and became evil. So she was good, but evil. Or she was never good. Okay, as for power, she's fast enough to dodge Tormund's arrows and can dodge Roberta's magic. So that basically puts her at massively subsonic plus. As for strength, she should scale the Queen Faerie. Yeah, and it says here that Faerie is able to, it says her kingdom is in the cloud. The cloud of Fairyland. She's using magic to levitate her entire kingdom above the cloud layer. Okay, one, that has to be mega heavy. Well, I gotta count for all the trees, the buildings, the creatures, living things on the kingdom. And the Darkest Fairy was able to fight her to a standstill and eventually defeat her after they fought for a while, and Faerie got more tired than the Darkest Fairy and the Fairy. The Darkest Fairy took down Faerie in the game. But my god, she's a powerful enemy. Okay, so... yeah, that probably puts her at, like, what? Large Mountain level? Probably Large Mountain plus. That's interesting. As for Belladonna, she first shows up in the All Dogs Go to Heaven TV series in Season 2. Yay. Season 2, Episode 6, I believe. Or 7. I have a problem with that. Well, one, the TV series is half over by then, roughly. The TV series only got 3 seasons, 13 episodes each. So a grand total of 39 episodes. Belladonna only shows up 5 times. 1 in the All Dogs Christmas Carol, and 4 in the TV series. Well, technically it's 3 because one of the episodes, the Big Fetch. Okay, where is she? So the big fest she was able, yeah, it was a dream episode. So none of it was real. I really wish the TV show could have played Belladonna up more, gave her more episodes than just 4. Well, technically it's 3. The dream one, yeah, it's non-canon because everything that happened in the episode was a dream, and Belladonna doesn't act how she normally acts. But I only have like theories on her. I know she's a hellhound. Her wiki says her powers are shape-shifting and demonic powers. In the show and A Christmas Carol, Belladonna has the ability, basically has the same powers as Annabelle. She can magically appear in any reflective surfaces, mirrors, TVs, mugs. In the second movie, Annabelle appeared in the drink. In the show, she did that too. Well, she appeared in the fuzz of a soda. I do have to talk about the okay, so in the episode La Doggy Vita, which is the first one where she shows up, Bella, I mean, I can hint that there's a hint there that it was heavily hinted that Belladonna is a fallen angel. Well, when Annabelle was singing "What About Heaven," Charles, Belladonna answered, "Heaven, been there, done that." So she was in heaven at one point, though we never get to know why she decided to work for hell. Well, in the show they call it the other side, but yeah, she decided to work for hell for some reason. So she's a fallen angel. Now, I know Annabelle is an archangel, which is a higher ranking angel. And Annabelle has enough magic to basically make it snow, covering all of San Francisco. Probably more. She's able to summon large amounts of snow, as in the third movie. And so they kind of have the same powers. So I'm guessing Belladonna was an archangel too before she fallen and turned evil. Alright, powers and abilities. The darkest faerie can, mind control, summoning, teleportation, flight. And I think she can do barriers too. I haven't played the game in, it's been like 7 years or so. I really need to replay this, and I really hope it gets a remaster or remake in the future, but I'm pretty sure Neopets is a dead franchise, and it's not as popular as Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon, Digimon, or Magic, or Bakugan, or any of those other weird card games. So that's not gonna happen. MGM got bought out by Netflix, so I'm hoping All Dogs Go to Heaven, the TV series, gets a remake with more than 3 seasons. And I kind of hope Belladonna comes back if they ever do remake the series, because I kind of feel like she got the shaft of the show. Annabelle shows up like 10 out of 39, or maybe 12 out of 39. She shows up a lot more if you count all 3 movies, the TV series. Annabelle has showed up a lot more than Belladonna. Belladonna, she was the main bad in the 3rd movie. Right. The Darkest Faerie's mind control magic. It's kind of wonky at best. Why? Well, when you play as Roberta in her chapter, she encounters a maid who, after you helping her find her cat, she gives Roberta a magic amulet, which protects the maid from the mind control. But here's the thing that confuses me. The maid gave the amulet before the Darkest Faerie mind controlled multiple kingdoms at once. And when you do rescue the maid, who was being tortured by the Darkest Faerie and her minions, apparently the maid was not under the power. It's never explained if the maid or the old man that gave Tormund the magical amulets are higher beings at all. All we know is that they're normal humans who, for some reason, are immune to her mind control magic. It's never explained at all. Or maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe. So, her mind control doesn't exactly work on everything. Belladonna says, in quote, in the series finale, he balked, she balked, when Annabelle says she wants to use her miracle dog tag to basically force her cousin to become good again, Belladonna says miracle dog tags don't work on her. I'm guessing because it's a holy item, but a miracle dog tag can do, well, it can perform one miracle. Something that is proven to be impossible, but not. Dude, I think the Miracle Dog Tag might be the most powerful item in the Don Bluth universe. And if something like that can't mind control Belladonna, I have a hard time thinking the Darkest Faerie's mind control won't work. Shoot, would even holy things work on her? Belladonna? I mean, sure, there is the, whatchamacallit, the notes in the game, which are different ones. Where are the notes? Try to give me a sec. Yeah, the notes. So there's light, darkness, cloud, fire, water, earth, and the Saw one, which is a mixture of all of them together. You can equip the emote to your weapons. I'm guessing she can do that too. So if you add like a light one, you can do more damage against creatures of darkness. And for water, it can also reflect attacks. But I don't know if she's able to do that because she never done it when we fight her. So, yeah. As for Annabelle and Belladonna's feats, in the third movie, we do see she can poison food by touching it, light things on fire by touching it, snapping her paws, which can melt items. Don't ask me how that works, how a dog can snap their paws if they don't have a thumb. Yeah, don't question it. She can shoot lightning bolts from her paws. She can use her lightning bolts to grab things. In the third movie, in the song, I Always Get Emotional at Christmas Time, Belladonna shows more powers. She used a lightning bolt to rip a toy store off the ground and dump it into the sea. Okay, so she could easily lift buildings with her magic. She can shapeshift into this weird dragon dog thing at the end of the movie. Then Annabelle just snapped a large amount of snow covering her entire body, which kills Belladonna. We never see her again after that, and the third one is the final one, so I don't know if Annabelle murdered her cousin or sent her back to hell. Speaking of hell, in the series finale, he balked, she balked. The series ends with a dog who I believe is god of the dog heaven pulls a lever, and Belladonna falls from heaven. She fell from heaven, yes. And of course, it's different from the movies. Now, I'm always questioning how high up is heaven in the All Dogs Go to Heaven universe. And it seems to change from the first, second, and the TV series. In the first movie, it looks like they're above the buildings, like above. But in the third one, when she falls, it looks like she fell from space to Earth. So why did they change the heights? I don't know. I really don't know. But oh yeah, in the third movie, Belladonna has also is able to jump out of a fireplace while the fire's in it. So indicating fire attacks doesn't work on her. If anything, ice and light magic can, the only things that can hurt her. What else? In the show, she survived a live cow squishing her. And her greatest attack feat, or power feat. Well, it's not exactly an attack, it's... Kibbleland. So in the episode Kibbleland, Belladonna is able to curse a board game, Kibbleland, which is a dog version of Candyland. And... oh boy. So when you play the game, you get sucked into the game, like an actual world. I don't know if this is a pocket dimension, or I think it might be, because later in the episode, a dog spills a drink on the board game, and when Aunt Belladonna was showing a magical screen, watching Charlie, Itchy, and Sasha through the game, the screen went all staticky when a dog accidentally knocked soda on the board game. So I guess it's a pocket dimension? Okay, so this pretty much basically ask, how powerful is Belladonna? Okay, she can create a pocket dimension. Now, multiple times in the episode, they say it's a world, but the world now has so little... It's weird. Adventure Time, in the final one, Tree Trunk and her husband is in a world, but apparently it's not exactly a universe, it's a small little heaven dimension. So, but yeah, they say it's a world, so... we do see a sun, so we can either scale Belladonna to probably, I'm going to give a star level. It's either star level or solar system level. Probably stars. We don't see her do any feats that indicate she can destroy a universe or create a universe or a solar system. I mean, there's also oxygen, so, Again, now that one is the tricky one, the Kibbleland one. Belladonna can fly, shapeshift. She survived a fall from heaven, so she must have came down to Earth like a comet. So that probably gives her like multi-continental durability to probably Lost Mountain level plus. So Belladonna's I'm actually kind of happy she has like this impressive stats, even though she only shows up 4 times. Well, technically 5, but if you want to count the dream. Though I don't know if Belladonna can actually enter dreams, so... yeah. Alright, who do I think wins this? This probably is a close one. With the moats, if the Darkest Faerie can use the moats, she can easily use Holy and Water on Belladonna. Though, of course, it won't work. She won't know to immediately do that. Then again, probably she would. Belladonna is impervious to fire attacks. So the Darkest Faerie is going to have trouble. But yeah. So she's not going to be able to use fire-based attacks on her. Belladonna can shoot lightning bolts, which is faster than the Darkest Faerie can react to. And the fact that she can lift a house, Belladonna can easily just grab the Darkest Faerie with her lightning magic and just throws her. Oh, just electrocutor. This one is a bit of a tough one because, from what I understand, Belladonna doesn't have any hacks to help her in this match. At least, I don't think she does. I really wish she did show up a lot more in the series so we can see more powers and abilities and more impressive feats. The Darkest Faerie, I kind of wish the Darkest Faerie got some sequels or comic series to dive deep into the Darkest Faerie's lore. But this... I'll probably give the win to Belladonna, because... Sure, I don't even know who's older. The wiki says Belladonna is immortal, so... I don't even know how old Annabelle is, so... Both of them are roughly thousands of years old. Though the difference is the Darkest Faerie has been, stone for thousands of years. So both of them have probably know a bunch of spells. Demonic. Too. Belladonna seems to be kind of tough to put down because... Oh, she can also shoot electricity. Cool. So both of them have FTL attacks. But her one here is the mind control. I got a question how it didn't work on the maid, and it didn't work on every character in the game. So there's a chance it may not even work on Belladonna, because, well, I mean, she's protected by a magical dog tag, so you're gonna need powerful, really powerful magic just to work on her. Reasons are... She could just melt the Darkest Faerie's wand, too. I mean, she was able to melt a whistle just by snapping her paws. She ignited it so it was burned. It burned Charlie when he was holding it. And then when Belladonna grabbed it, she melted it in her paw. Didn't even hurt her at all. But probably what gives her the win as well. Her fall from heaven feat. That basically pretty much yeah, that gives her probably the durability edge. And she does have a way. She can just summon up a board game, and like what she did in the episode, summon a pair of dice to be in the Darkest Faerie's hand. And yeah, she can trap her in a board game, and according to the rules, the only way to escape the board game is if you make it to the ending, and you have to prove that you're not selfish. It's quite clear the Darkest Faerie is not going to escape any board game Belladonna traps her in. And that pocket dimensional feat probably puts her at, star level, which... She definitely has enough power to put the Darkest Faerie down. This was a tough one. There's not that many feats on both of them, but... Yeah. But I would give it to Belladonna because she can battlefield remove the Darkest Faerie. And the Darkest Faerie is going to have a tough time killing Belladonna. And, well, she could kill her, but the moment she dies, she'll just go to heaven. And what's stopping Belladonna from escaping heaven and keep coming back? So, yeah, I don't think the Darkest Faerie has any holy weapons to put Belladonna down for good. So, what do you think? Alright, comment below. Alright, time for next time. And the next match is going to be... How do I pronounce her name? Amaratsu. I'm just gonna call her Amy. Is Shuzen... is Shuzen... Yeah, they weird the small guy that's on her back calls her Amy, so I'm just gonna call her Amy rather than her name. Her real name. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows who she's gonna be going up against. Alright, bye.